Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today I'm going to show you how to maximize your battery life and the lifespan in general for the entire life of the battery. So one of the things you can do is go into settings and click on cellular. And especially if you have an iPhone 12 or newer, then you want to make sure you click on the data roaming, voice, and then turn 5G off unless you absolutely need it. 5G is something that will definitely reduce the battery life. And you do have 5G auto as well. It's going to help you kind of choose between the two of when it's best to be used. Okay, another thing to do is swipe down and let's go into this box over here. There's several things we can do here, including turning on Wi-Fi. So 5G is the worst for battery life, then regular cellular data. If you can be on Wi-Fi, that will definitely reduce how much your battery is being drained. Okay, there's also some other things on here like airplane mode, but of course you want to be careful when you go into that. You won't receive messages and certain things, so if your alarm is set for the next morning, it just might not go off and that kind of thing. So be careful about that, but also turning off the airdrop symbols so it's not constantly searching for somebody could be something as well. Screen brightness is definitely something that you can turn down, and there's an automatic mode in that as well to automatically lighten and dim it as needed. Okay, in the next scene, we're going to go into settings and we're going to go and find where it says battery and click on battery. In battery, there are several things that you can do, including low power mode. So if you click on that, that's when it will turn the battery symbol to orange and you'll know that it's in low power mode. So that'll keep mail and some of the other things that automatically refresh from coming in. So that'll save your battery. And if you scroll down, you'll also see which apps are using the most of your battery life. And so if you see some of those that you don't necessarily need, make sure you're killing those apps in the background. And also, you want to go into some of those apps and turn off the tracking. Any app that tracks your location uses a lot of battery life to do that. And so we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. So you would go into settings, and then you're just going to scroll down until you find the app. So for example, we know Google is one of those, the Chrome one. So we're going to click on that and see where it says location, and it says while using the app, it will know your location. So go ahead and click on that. And if that's something that you don't need it to be doing specifically, you can change that from never to ask next time, whichever you want to do. But if you have several apps that are using your location like that are not useful to you, then that's something you can definitely do to increase your battery life and keep it from draining so bad. Now also, today I saw this message on my phone when I woke up telling me that it's basically using machine learning to know when best to charge my battery. So today we're going to be talking about the battery, what's best for charging in general conditions. If you go to apple.com, they have a whole section on batteries. And so you're able just to go through this and it'll explain why lithium ion, which is the batteries that they use. And it basically says they charge faster, last longer, have better charging cycles and things like that. And so we're going to go through a few of these things today. And so basically, in a nutshell, the batteries are designed to charge up to 80% very quickly, and then the last 20% it goes on to a trickle charge, and so that's better for the battery. And so that's why you might notice that it kind of slows down towards the end. Also, when you charge a battery, it's a charging cycle, right? So on a traditional battery, that would mean that every time you plug it in, it's a charge cycle, which reduces the battery life. But the way that these batteries work is one charge cycle is only determined by when you completely drain it by 100%. So if you, for example, drained it 75% the first day and then 25% the next day, that's when that charge cycle took place. And so the battery will last a little bit longer. Something that comes up with these phones a lot is it okay to keep plugging it in even when it hasn't died completely? And so with the lithium ion and newer batteries and the technology of the phone charging, yes, it's perfectly fine to keep plugging it in even if it hasn't fully died yet. Apple has the great information on their site about maximizing the life and the lifespan. So life is how long it lasts each day pretty much, and lifespan is the entire life of the battery until the battery itself needs to be replaced. So one of the main concerns with these phones is heat. You do not want the battery to overheat or it can damage it irreversibly. As far as getting cold, if it gets a little bit too cold, it usually can recover from that without long-term effects. But more than anything, you want the phone to be between 32 degrees, which is right on freezing, up to 95 degrees. After being at the lake or outside for a while, you may have seen this warning come up before that says that the iPhone needs to cool down before you can use it. It will keep the iPhone from charging. It will not let it charge until it cools down, and that's to save the battery and the other parts of the phone. Now let's talk again a little bit about the feature that I showed you a little bit earlier, where I got this message telling me my phone had battery charging optimized enabled. And so basically, if you go into settings and then you scroll down to where you find battery and click on that, it will then show right here battery health. And so when you click on that, that's where it will tell us to reduce the battery aging. The iPhone learns from daily charging routine, and it may keep the battery from charging past 80% until it knows that you're asleep and not really using the phone. So a lot of this has to do with the software of the phone, which is why they want you to update to the highest level so that it can help monitor the battery life and take care of the battery for you. Now, when it comes to long-term storage, you're going to want the battery at 50% capacity. You don't want it too low or too high. So if you're going to be turning your phone off and it's a spare phone or spare iPod, anything like that, you're going to go ahead and shut it down as well all the way. And that's going to be the best for the battery. Storing it for cold temperatures, you can see you can go a lot colder, down to -4 and even a little bit warmer, but of course room temperature in a dry climate is the best for that. So just remember, half battery of storing it and turn it off. So as we talked about turning the screen brightness down, that's one of the main things you can do. So you can go to optimize your settings, and I'll show you how to do this for auto brightness. Click on settings. And so under settings, you're going to click on accessibility. So when you click on that, now you're going to go after display and text size. And so then you're going to go to the very bottom. It'll say auto brightness, so you can turn that on and off. And so that will automatically brighten or dim the screen for you. So when you walk out in the sun, it'll get brighter and that kind of thing. So hopefully this video was helpful to you, and you can go into your settings and try this out and look at your usage and look at what things may help your battery last longer. So just remember that basically the less that you can have the battery be used each day will prolong the life of the battery, since the cycle is determined by 100% of battery consumption. So if you can slow that process down, it'll definitely help you maintain the battery overall for an extended period of time, and also on a day-by-day basis. I also have videos on how to open up and remove the battery in case it's come time for you to get a new one. So check the video description for a link on that. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested, please subscribe if you're new, and I'll put a playlist in the video description on other videos like this that I have. Thanks for watching.